session 1. We'll do a starting revision plus we'll also get to know the Flutter project structure and plus we'll also try to learn about main.dart. Okay, this is our main agenda in the first session. Okay, in the first session, and the learning outcomes out of this, the learning outcomes are like we'll try to learn I mean we'll understand the Flutter project structure, basic Flutter project structure, and we'll identify the important folders and files, and also I'll explain the purpose of main.dart. Okay, and we'll also run a Flutter application. This is my agenda. Okay, so a small introduction before we start. What is Flutter? Okay, what is Flutter? A short introduction will have what is Flutter. Flutter is Google's open source UI toolkit used to develop applications for Android, iOS, web and Windows, Linux and Mac OS applications using a single code base. Clear? Single code base. Then the basic, what is a single code base? We'll use one language. I mean which language does Flutter use? Dart. Clear? Dart language we use in Flutter. Now we'll start to create a new Flutter project. For that I'm opening VS Code. In VS Code I'm just creating Flutter project. Create a new Flutter project or application. Clear? Now how to create that? To create that Flutter space create Flutter underscore application underscore 1. We're creating this. When you're creating, please give the name like good naming convention, that what you're creating, right? We'll do the same command in VS Code. Flutter create Flutter create application, Flutter application 1, right? So now, because in my system, in my VS Code, the Flutter was already installed, and I've also explained you how to install the Flutter in your Windows operating system and also in Ubuntu operating system. Okay, now it's creating the Flutter project. It's creating the Flutter project. Let's see how much time it may take. It may take very less time. Is getting created. The reason here I got some folders like lib, iOS and Linux, macOS and test and web and Windows. All these I'm getting over here. Okay, and if I check in the same path, you guys can also check in the same path. This is the path where I'm creating this Flutter project and all in Windows. In the folder, in this folder, let's see. I will open the folder again. Windows R Control V. I have pasted the same path over in this. In this, I'm just clicking on it, and it will open. It will open the path. Okay, in this I'm creating the. This is the folder automatically created over here. When I say Flutter create application. Okay, Flutter create Flutter application. Now the project got successfully executed. All done. You guys can see creating project using the name of Flutter application, Flutter underscore application underscore 1. Entry point of the application, and we have Android. In this folder we have Android specific files, Android related files. Okay, in this we have Android related files, and in iOS we have Apple iOS related, iOS specific files. And in web also will have web support files, web supporting files. And in Linux means Linux desktop support files will have in this. And in Windows we have Windows desktop support files will have. And what else? In this main public YAML, it means in this we have project configuration and dependencies. Okay, and we also have a test folder. In this test folder we have unit test. Unit test. You can say unit test files. Okay, we'll understand for next 20 minutes. We'll understand in main.dart. Okay, I'm just closing this. Okay, we'll understand main.dart. In lib we have main.dart. We'll understand this is the entry point of the application. So in this we'll discuss something about import package Flutter. What is import package Flutter material.dart and void main and runApp constant my app. Okay, we'll understand about this. Okay, import means well, we can write the command. How to write the comments? You need to know how to write writing the code. Single line comments, double line comments. Now I know it. Okay, now in VS Code, comments can be written using this, okay, double line. Or else if you want if you want to write single line comments, you can keep forwarding slashes, and multi-line comments we can keep like forwarding slash and star, okay. For this so we'll understand about import package this, okay. So it will import the material design package from the Flutter, okay. And what is the void main? Void main, the starting point of the application. It is the first function that gets control Z. If we keep control view alt Z, entry point of the app, alt Z, okay. Main means and the entry point of the application. It is the first function that gets called when the app starts. So main, the entry point of the application, okay, entry point of the application. And what is runApp? runApp is a built-in function that takes a widget. It is the root of the widget tree. In this case, we are passing an instance of my app as the root widget, okay. And then my app is the root widget. It is the root widget. I think both we understood right now. Now we'll go to class my app extends stateless widget, okay, stateless widget. So now class my app extends stateless, which it means class my app extends stateless widget, which means it is a stateless widget. A stateless widget is a widget that does not have any mutable state. It is a mutable. It can be built once and reused multiple times. It can be built once and reused multiple times. I mean, class my app extends stateless widget. Actually, state is nothing but data. And in class my app stateless widget, which means it is a stateless widget. A stateless widget is a widget that does not have any mutable state. Okay. It is immutable. And can be built once and reused multiple times. Okay, I mean when we creating stateless widget, a widget whose UI does not change by itself, whose UI, I mean user interface, does not change by itself. That's what. Clear? Now fine. Now my app is nothing but name of our class, and class used to create a new object or type, that is what. Okay, now we'll run the application. We understood, so far we understood what is import package flutter material dot, and this is nothing but we are importing the material design package from material dot dart, okay, material dot dart. So to use import, we are seeing this, right, in this. And void main is nothing but entry point of the application. It is the first function that gets called when the app starts. Whereas runApp constant my app, runApp is a built-in function that takes a widget and makes it the root of the widget tree. runApp is a built-in function that takes a widget and makes it the root of the widget tree. in this case we are passing an instance of my app. Okay, fine. Now we also understood about class my app extends stateless widget. So class my app stateless widget, which means it is a stateless widget. A stateless widget is a widget that does not have any mutable state, which can't change over time. It is immutable, can be built once and used multiple times. That's what. So to run the application, to run the application is nothing but flutter run. So we'll type the same in this. Make sure you are not in this path. The path supposed to be your application. Okay, I am in this application. If you are running from here, I mean cd space dot dot. If I'm running from here, flutter run, it won't run, because we don't have this command. Should be run from the root of your Flutter project. The Flutter project has been created in flutter underscore application underscore one. So cd space, I mean changing directory to flutter underscore application underscore one. So from here we need to execute, I mean flutter run. Now the project will run. So now the connected devices are Windows desktop and Chrome and Edge. Currently I'll use Windows. Okay, Windows. Now I'm using Windows to execute this. Okay, so there is something problem using Windows. I'll go to Chrome. Okay, I'll go to Chrome. Again I'm running the flutter run. Later on I'll check what is the problem with Windows. Currently I'm using Chrome. Then now it is taking some time. So it got opened in Chrome with the port 51085. It got opened, but yeah, now we got the basic front page, Flutter demo home page, and you have pushed the button this many times, 0. If this 0 want to increase, we need to click on plus so that it will be increased. So this is the code we have in default. Now so this is the default Flutter app where we open in Chrome. Okay, where we opened in Chrome. Now we'll change the title. So currently the title is Flutter demo. We'll try to change it. Okay, we'll try to change this. Okay, to change that, now I've made like this, like half of the page is Flutter application and half of the page is half of the screen is I mean VS Code. So here I'll code it, and here we'll see the result. We can see the result. Okay, right now so I'll close this. I'll make this like this. Okay, now in this we will try to we'll make small change. Now we have done with Flutter run. So we have seen we have Now we have seen how to run the application. Now we will change. Now now we'll make some change. Change is nothing but we'll change title Flutter demo. Okay, we'll change this. So to do that, control tilt Flutter demo. We have this. Okay, how to will change, and also we'll see the now we will change the we will do a small change. That change is nothing but title. I'm changing the Flutter demo to UI design Flutter and I'm just clicking on Control S and Control S and we'll see the change, and we'll see the change, whether it is getting changed or not. So we'll reset the application. So it got nothing got changed, and in home.constant my page title Flutter, we have Flutter demo homepage. We'll change to UI design Flutter lab. UI design Flutter lab. We'll change to UI design Flutter lab, and we click on Control S. Okay, but do we see the change over here right now? No. So to see the change here we have hot reload and hot restart, and we have list of all available interactive commands. All these are Flutter features. Okay, and if I click on Q, it will give the termination application. It will terminate the application on the device. Now I'm just clicking on small r, which is nothing but hot reload. Okay, hot reload. Now it is getting changed. Now what all changed? UI design Flutter lab and UI design Flutter, everything was changed. As previously it was different, now it got changed. Right now so which change affected the app title bar is which change is changed the app bar title. App bar title is my home page. Okay, my home page. This UI design Flutter lab name we got over here. Right now, just recap of what we did. What is Flutter? A Flutter is Google open source. A Flutter is Google open source UI toolkit used to develop applications for Android, iOS, web, Windows, Linux, and macOS using a single code base. And which language we used in Dart? Used in Flutter is Dart language. And what is the entry point of a Flutter application? Main.dart. What? Main.dart. main.dart. In lib we have main.dart. This is the entry point of the application. Which function starts execution? We need to execution starts with which function starts execution? Main function starts the execution. And which function launches the Flutter app? runApp will launches the Flutter application, and which contains most of our Dart code, main.dart. In lib folder, main.dart. What is the purpose of PubSec YAML? To manage project dependencies like packages, assets, images, and fonts, and project metadata such as the application name and versions. These all will maintain in PubSec YAML. Okay, now we will step into further. Okay, we'll step into further. Okay, now you guys can check how to change the theme color. I mean this seed colors. Like you guys can check with other other colors, like something you like. Instead of purple, you guys can check these colors, and you guys can say Control S, but it not changed. How to change that? We can just click on small r, so that it got changed to green color. In that way you guys can check. Okay,